Hey there, humans! Welcome to News for Human Use, the only place you're going to hear the truth. News from humans, for humans. I'm Gene Pocket. I'm the founder of the Human Party and a candidate for President of the United States of America in the year 2020. I'm the real deal. I've been fighting to put humans first my whole life, and I've got the record to back it up. I'm not some Andrew come lately looking for any camera to talk to. I'm the real Gene Pocket, the only candidate fighting to make sure we aren't turning over good human jobs to bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. I'm the only candidate with a realistic view of the future. You think hate speech is dehumanizing? See how you feel when you find yourself working for a mechanical arm controlled by an artificial intelligence with more social media followers than you. This is a serious threat, my human friends. You know, there's an old American proverb, and you know it's an American proverb because it's not in metric. Give them an inch and they take a mile. It's the same thing with these bots, machines, and AIs. Every inch we give them, they're going to take twice as much. First you're putting in artificial grass, the next thing you know you're being replaced by artificial life. But I'm not going to let them. I'm not going to let them take every last thing from us. I'm not going to let them take our United States customary units and convert them all to metric. I refuse to learn their sinister language. They may control the rest of the globe, but they can't have the United States of America. Not while I'm still breathing. And that's why on November 3rd, 2020, I know it's a long way, but we got to start planning now. If you care about saving humanity, write in Gene Pocket for president. We're not going to be on the ballot in any states. We don't want to be. We're a write-in campaign, written with human hands, because that's the only way we're going to keep America human. But look, I'm not here to campaign. You tune in every Thursday to get the news that you're not going to get anywhere else. News like this story buried in the tech section of the New York Times just a couple of days ago. Here's the headline: Inside Google's rebooted robotics program. Now obviously there's a lot to unpack here. The first question is, why is Google rebooting its robotics program? And the answer demonstrates the moral values of a company like Google. In 2013, Google started a robotics program, which for a company bereft of basic humanity like Google means acquiring robotics companies. The project was put under the charge of a fellow named Andy Rubin, who's known as the so-called father of Android. This guy Rubin called the Google robotics program Replicant, which is just about as sinister a name as I can think of. Might as well call it the Cylon Initiative. Anyways, shock of shocks, Andy Rubin turned out to be a pretty bad guy. Devoting your life to the robot agenda will do that to a person. Now, because his morality files were so corrupted, Andy Rubin forced a subordinate to perform non-procreational acts of human sexuality. After the victim reported it to Google executives, Andy Rubin and Goggle parted ways, which seems like a good thing till you find out Google threw Rubin a party and awarded him $90 million on his way out. Not only that, but they invested in his next venture, a project called Playground that's devoted to accelerating the arrival of human replacing AI. Now, after Rubin's departure, Google regrouped and refocused their energies. They sold off most of their companies and robotics companies and decided to focus on machine learning, artificial intelligence. To quote the New York Times, Google wants the machines it's working with to learn on their own. The Times was especially impressed with a demonstration where a mechanical arm reached into a bin and picked up an artificial banana. It then tossed the banana into another nearby bin. Says the New York Times reporter, quote, "For a robot, it was a remarkable trick. When first presented with that pile of clutter, the arm did not know how to pick up a single object. But equipped with a camera that looked down into the bin, the Google system analyzed its own progress during about 14 hours of trial and error." The reporter goes on, "It may sound simple enough, but writing computer code to tell a machine how to do that would be extremely difficult. It's learning more complicated things than I could ever think about," said Sharon Sang, one of the primary researchers on the program. End quote. Google is teaching these machines to manipulate objects and to navigate unfamiliar spaces. Just think about that. Now, buried at the bottom of the article, the New York Times finally reveals the real story. Google's tight-lipped about how it hopes to deploy the technologies it's working on. But as with other forms of automation, there's the obvious question of whether it will take away jobs. It's hard to imagine a future where that is not the case. Google is actively working to take away American jobs and hand them over to learning machines that not one of our elected officials is doing anything to stop it. It will come as no surprise to regular viewers that just one day after the New York Times article was published on the 26th, Robot Don logged into his anti-social media account to tell us he just had a secret meeting with Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, saying he was doing quite well. And what does Judas Goat, Robot Stooge, and B-list Gene Pocket impersonator Andrew Yang have to say about Google? Here's what he said to the Rolling Stone. Quote, "We're in a trap right now where the big beneficiaries of all these new technologies are going to be Amazon, Facebook, and Google. We have to join every advanced country in the world and have a value-added tax, which would give the American public a slice of every Google search and Amazon transaction." Sounds great, right? Let's tax these companies that are benefiting from automation and spread the wealth to the American public. Like his whole campaign, it's a con, folks. Andrew Yang is a con man. The scheme doesn't discourage automation, it encourages it. It ties the success of our country to the success of these soulless tech companies, while at the same time making each and every American a co-conspirator in the extinction of the human race. Andrew Yang may be able to fool a handful of online millennials, but he's not fooling me. You and I know better than to fall for his BS. I tell you what, I've had enough. I'm so sick and tired of our elected officials and our unaccountable oligarchs turning over control of our country to bots, machines, and artificial intelligences. That's why I'm fighting to keep America human. I'm not going to give in to the tech companies who want to replace human workers with reliable machines. I refuse to give in to the notion that productivity is more important than people. Help me in my fight, because I'm the only candidate in the race so far who's putting humans first. Find out how to donate by visiting www.genepocket.org. That's GENEpocket.org. We really could use your donation, my human friend. But even if you're unable to donate, I'm still going to be here every Thursday bringing you news and updates fit for human use. Be sure to share this video with the people that you care about. Your friends and family deserve to know the truth. In the meantime, visit www.genepocket.org, that's GENEpocket.org, where you're going to find all kinds of information about my campaign, the Human Party, and most importantly, the link to our donation page. Donate today if you agree that we need to keep America human. Hit subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I'm Gene Pocket, and until next week, I wish good things for you, good things for the United States of America, and all the best for the human race. Thanks, and have a great week. We're not